Well, it's here, the platform that might just solve one of AI video's biggest headaches: quality and flexibility in one place. NIM.Video just dropped some serious tools, and yeah, it's kind of a game changer. Today we're going to explore NIM's suite of generation tools, from text to image to video to full video from a single sentence. We will test out a few of the models, share what's working, what's not quite there yet, and walk through some sneaky tips that got me way better results than I expected. So buckle up, we're diving into the NIMiverse. Let's start simple. Text to image: if you've used Midjourney or ChatGPT, this will feel familiar. You write the description and you get an image created for you based on that. Here is a quick test. I prompted a retro-futuristic detective walking through a neon alley. Not bad, right? But what's really cool, you can use this as the first frame in a video generation. This is where it starts to get fun. It's not just about making pretty images, we can turn the images into videos, and it has never been easier to animate them. Moving into image to video, this is where we breathe life into the still images. You can upload your own image or simply generate one on their website. Now use a simple prompt to animate it and describe what you want to see happen in the video. For this video, I just used the same prompt to generate the image, which was a retro-futuristic detective walking through a neon alley. Now, to make sure you get good results, I'll share a few tips and tricks with you in a minute, like how to make sure you'll turn an image like this into a good video and not a bad one like this one here. Alright, let's get into NIM.Video and I'll show you how and what we can do in here. So once you log in, this is what it looks like. There is an active community and you can see a lot of different content that has been generated through their platform. It's a great place for inspiration, and you can click on any of these images or videos and see the prompt and AI model used to generate it. Now let's create some stuff. Let's click on create up here and we get a few options to choose from. Besides the image and video creation, they have a few options here, so we can add sound to an existing video. We can upscale the images and videos we create to get higher quality. Restyle video is if you're looking to change, let's say, a video in 3D to a cartoonish style or pixel style. Lip sync is really great when you want your characters in the video to say a specific thing. And you can upload your own voiceover or write a sentence and choose from various AI voices for that. Keyframes is where you give the AI the first and the last frame, and the AI creates the videos in between for you. This gives you better control over the video and how it ends. The describe feature is basically an AI model with vision, and it describes any image you give it. This can be helpful if you have a hard time describing a specific style or pose. The AI will write the description and you can learn how to describe similar images for the future. And lastly, we have slow motion, which turns your existing videos into slow motion. Now, I can't wait to generate some images, so let's get started. I'll go to image or video and use some prompts that I have prepared. So let's switch to image by clicking on this button here, and next let's choose the AI model. As you can see, they have a lot of great models to choose from, and you can even access the latest GPT image model in here. Lastly, we have the aspect ratio, which is pretty basic and sets the dimension of the images. I'll start by writing a prompt and use every model available in here so we can compare the results. Let's go with a woman sitting outside a serene lakeside cabin at dawn, soft mist rising from the water, warm golden sunlight filtering through pine trees. I'll start with the Flux Pro model and go with 16:9 horizontal aspect ratio. Once done, I click on generate here. Now, until this one is fully generated, we can switch between the other models and repeat the same process. And here are the images we got using the same prompt. And look at that. Even between models, there are some wild differences. Some lean into realism, others go painterly. Personally, I'm loving how GPT model and Flux Pro handled light and atmosphere here, and in my opinion, it was the best results. Here is another example. For this one, I wrote Cyberpunk samurai standing on a rainy rooftop, glowing neon signs in the background. Anime-inspired art style, moody lighting, and dramatic pose. This one is more stylized, great for character concept art or storyboards. And what's cool is you can now take this image straight into the video tool. Alright, so now I'm going to take that samurai image and animate it. I'll just reuse the same prompt, but this time describe the motion. So it's going to be Cyberpunk, samurai stands still and looks around as rain falls around him. Camera slowly zooms out, lightning in background, neon lights flicker. And here we go. Not bad. The motion feels smooth and the rain actually helps sell the realism. The lightning in the background looks great even though it's not striking down from the sky. We didn't describe it in the prompt, so we have the lightning floating in the air as if the environment is charged. I like the results we got. So this was made by Kling Pro model and I tried some of the other models available. There are some great models in here that will definitely give you high quality videos with great motion. The models I recommend are Kling, especially the Kling Pro and Kling 2.0. Another good one is Luma Ray 2 and Minimax for cartoonish or anime videos. Then we have LTX and One, which are not as good and you will probably need to regenerate a few videos until you get a decent one. Alright, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Also check out NIM.Video if you want to have access to all of the great AI tools for image and video generation in one place. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.